This is Mr. Beck Does Your Homework. This is AP Physics Homework 2.6, questions 2 and 3. Question 2 says, a toy car runs off the edge of a table that is 1.411 meters high. The car lands 0.4496 meters from the base of the table. How long does it take the car to fall? The next question asks, what is the horizontal velocity of the car? So let's see what I know. I've got a table. I've got a car that is flying off the table, so here's my toy car. And that toy car has some initial horizontal velocity that I don't know yet, but that car is going to go up, 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 and hit the floor. I know that this distance is given by the car lands 0.4496 meters, so I know that my displacement is 0.4496 meters. That's what this from the base of the table over is. I also know that the table is 1.411 meters high, so I'm going to write 1.411 meters to give me this height. Now, if I'm talking x world and y world, which I need to be talking, I know that in the x world, my displacement will wind up being 0.4496 meters. I know that my y world displacement is going to wind up being negative 1.411 meters. I know that my acceleration in the x world is 0. I know that my acceleration in the y world is negative 9.8 meters per second squared. Since it's traveling horizontally, I know that I've got x velocity, but I have no y velocity. So my velocity in the y direction initially is going to be 0 meters per second. This question says, how long does it take the car to fall? So that's the time, and in this case, that is a y question, and in most cases, the time to reach the ground will be a y question. So time equals question mark. Now I've got initial velocity, acceleration, displacement, and time. I can work that out with my displacement equals my initial velocity times time plus 1/2 my acceleration times time squared. Since the initial velocity is 0, this term goes away, and I can rearrange this equation. So I'm going to multiply by 2, so I get 2y, divide by g, and that's going to equal t squared. So if I square root that, I'm going to get my time. So when I plug it in, I get my time equals the square root of twice my height, and my height is negative 1.411 meters, divided by my acceleration is negative 9.8. When I do this, it'll be negative, this one's negative, divide them, it's positive, square root it, and I've got myself a time that is going to be positive. So there is the answer to question number 2. Now question number 3 asks, what is the horizontal velocity of the car? Well, that's the velocity with which the car leaves the table. I know this is how much time it took to leave the table. To reach the ground after it left the table. And I know that in the x world, my velocity is simply my distance traveled divided by the amount of time it took. So this is my horizontal distance, 0.4496 meters. So this is going to be, for me, 0.4496 meters divided by this many seconds. So if I plug in my time there that I got down here, then I'm going to have my distance divided by time, meters divided by seconds. That will give me some number of meters per second, and that is the answer to question number 3.